So, congratulations to Big Ange for setting another record this season with his 20th league defeat of the season and now officially the worst ever Spurs manager in history. Well done, mate. I knew you could do it. So, it's been a really strange end to this Premiership. All season, we've been struggling with injuries, unable to play our best team. We were promised, it'll get better once these players return, you'll see the difference. But now they've returned, we still don't see the so-called best 11 on the pitch. We're now told these games don't matter, and even after 19 and 20 defeats, it's irrelevant apparently. This comes from a manager that still gives the fans grief for not wanting to see Arsenal lift the title last season. Yet he was quite happy to see throughout the match against Liverpool, wasn't he? The fans seem just as confused as the players, I think. But who can blame them after such a crazy season? The half-time walkout against Palace, that was cancelled as it was decided by the fans that it was more important to get behind the team. Okay, that sounds fair, I guess. But then the fans also keep saying that the results in the Premiership no longer matter, as the UEFA Cup's the only competition that's important now. Is it just me, or does that sound a bit contradictory? Personally, I think all the games matter, and for me these games are a missed opportunity for the best 11 to actually try find some form of consistency. Something we've been lacking all season. Everyone seems petrified at the thought of us losing players to injury, but that's football, it happens. You cannot wrap these players in cotton wool all season. Despite all the precautions, we've lost Bergvall and Maddison anyway for the remainder of the season, and Kulusevski limped off against Palace. It happens. As it stands, we are approaching one of the biggest games of our lives without form, without confidence, and without a creative playmaker. I think some fans need to remember also what the protests are about and differentiate between supporting the team and the protests which are against the club. It is possible to do both. We all want to see the team succeed and we all want to see glory in Bilbao, of course, but that doesn't mean we are still not pissed off with the club's poor management. Have you ever considered maybe the players want to see the fans protest too? After all, they're desperate for success, but it's difficult for them to speak out while they're under contract from the club. Perhaps then it's up to the fans to speak out for them. Just a thought. I'm sure the players wouldn't have minded the fans missing that embarrassing performance on weekend anyway. Anyway, that's my grumble finished. As for the Palace game, 8 changes were made from Thursday and we got battered at home again. Half time was 1-0, could have been 2 or 3 had it not been for VAR and a very fortunate handball, I think. The second half started quickly with a Palace tap-in and another defeat was imminent. It was terrible, but it's okay, right? These games don't matter. What's another defeat, eh? Son was introduced after 57 minutes. He desperately needed some minutes to prove his fitness before the final. That was about the only change Ange could make because the bench was largely made up of the players that he wanted to rest. Smart, eh? It was a poor performance. And I can barely recall a single chance on goal. I think we had one shot on target or something. I'm not even looking at the stats. What's the point? People will use the excuse of a pending final on the 21st, but if that's the case, then how come Palace appeared unaffected by their pending final on the 17th? They seem to be doing alright, didn't they? Of course, if we win in Bilbao, it's true these defeats will all be forgotten. Some fans have even suggested Ange would deserve a legend status. Jesus Christ. But I think that would be an insult to the real legends at the club. He certainly would have earned his place in the history books there, right up there with Juan de Ramos. Anyone remember him? Funny how no one remembers his name, but everyone talks fondly of Poch, a man with no trophies at Spurs. What does that tell you? So, entertainment value for the match? Well, let's give it a 2 out of 10, eh? I like the Palace team, but I don't even know what I'm watching anymore with the Spurs team. We're now sitting 17th. And some fans are talking about legend status. I mean, what an absolute joke. Standout players? Well, let's be serious. Next match, we are away to Villa on Friday. As Sava from FHTV rightly pointed out following the Palace defeat in Ange's Churchill speech, which was entertaining, he talks of us using the next 2 league games as preparation for the final. Everything, every day was vital apparently between now and then. What preparation did we see against Palace with the 8 changes made? What preparations can we honestly expect against Villa? We'll see. Anyway, come on you Spurs.
Time's up.